Klaus, we're going to look at chili peppers. Obviously, we have to grow them inside, but kind of real fun thing to do. I have a couple of the bushes on the windowsill, and they just look so great, and great fun to use in your cooking. What varieties would you recommend?
Oh, there's so many varieties, and I totally agree with you. There's nothing more exciting than growing chili peppers. So I like a variety called Prairie Fire.
Right, okay.
It grows about that height, and last year I had 3 bushes, and each one had over 100 chilies on it.
Yeah, great. So, how are we going to sow them?
I'd like to broadcast sow them in there early in the year. They're very slow growing. So February, March is the best time. They take a long time to germinate, and the warmer they are, the better. So a really warm windowsill or a propagator, and set it at 21 degrees to come quickly. But even then, really they'll take 2 weeks. Yeah. We'll fill them up, tap it, and then level it again.
Why are we broadcast sowing them in a pot and then potting them on later?
They take ages to germinate. So 2 weeks from sowing to germination, we can put at least 10 to 12 seeds in there. So about 2 centimeters apart from each other. So that's about 12 seeds. The very important bit is though that you prick them out very early when they're still seedlings. Because if the plants get bigger and bigger, the roots intertwine. And by you easing them out, you lose a lot of root hairs.
Okay.
So the smaller, that applies for every vegetable. The smaller they are, the better for pricking out.
Okay.
Now that compost is only designed for about 6 weeks of nutrients.
I see, yeah.
It's perfect for your modular cells. But in a bigger cell, they'll run out of food.
They'll have used
so if you sow them in there, you get little seedlings coming after 2 weeks. Wait for another week. So in week 3, we prick them out. That means you hold them on the cotyledons, the seed leaves, and ease them out gently and put them in here. Then they have a completely new lease of life in those fresh compost. Then they grow much better.
So here's some we grew earlier, as they say on TV, and these guys are a little bit leggy. So
that's right, and you can really see that's the seed leaves, the cotyledons. That part should be down there, ground level. So when you prick them out, you can compensate by planting them a little bit deeper.
So then when we need to plant these out into a bigger pot then?
They have to stay inside, and you can only grow them in a greenhouse. Yeah.
Okay.
Or in a polytunnel. Each chili will produce so many chilies. It's the best plant compared to peppers. You know, you get an awful lot from them. Again, very simple. All you need to do is plant them.
Yeah.
They're a small variety. They don't grow too big, so they don't need staking even.
Yeah.
And you probably get 50 to 100 chilies per plant.
Yeah. Now you've already put in a little bit of seaweed.
That's right. It's all prepared. So make a planting hole, firm it in, and then firm it where the root ball is. Quite firm, and then loosen the top. And the test often is to just pull it a little bit up, just to see if it's firm enough. That's great. So all we need to do is wait now for a couple of months. From about 5 plants, we have chilies throughout the year.
It's May now when we're planting them. That's about the best time, really.
It's the best time. Often they're available for sale in April, and they don't like it. You know, they want the heat and the warmth and the long day length. They're flowering. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So that means we'll have a chili there. They don't like too much water.
Ah, right, okay. And what about, obviously they're in the glass house, but pests and diseases, do we have anything to
They'll get affected by the greenhouse whitefly, and like the tomato can get.
Okay. So
same applies. I spray the garlic nettle spray once a week.
Okay, and then chilies, do they need to be fed? Are they quite a hungry plant?
No, they're not really hungry. Yeah. They're quite small, and probably if you feed them, you'll get less of a taste, less of a fierce fieriness.
Oh, okay, right. Now we're in my polytunnel now. We have the chilies here. They're the same variety as we planted in Klaus's greenhouse, Navajo. So they're a medium hot chili. So you can see we've done quite well here. It's very late in the season now. It's December now. So I'm going to be taking this whole plant out, and any of the ones left here that are ripening up, they're nice and red there. I'm going to dry them in the kitchen. I'm going to pick one there. Beautiful colour, isn't it? I suppose you're going to want me to eat one. Let's have a look. I'll try one. Good flavour. Of course, the chili seeds are the hottest part of it, so if you want to not get too much, I'm going to eat this anyway. Woo! Well, for a medium hot chili, that's pretty hot. Getting a lot of heat off that now. But isn't it great? I mean, a lot of people think that you can't grow chilies. It's something for much, much warmer climates. But if you have a greenhouse or a polytunnel, they grow perfectly well and actually very easy, a lot easier than you think. So we're going to harvest these now, and I'm going to bring them into the kitchen to dry.